I I don't understand, Koski says. That doesn't make any sense. The animatronic fox would look at him as I will repeat. Let me start from the very beginning. As Freddy Fazbear would say, you do that, Foxy. I'm gonna go head out. I'm going to go back to the main stage. As the animatronic would do so, as the three mascots would return back to stage, looking like they were never alive in the first place. As the fox would look at them all as it would say, this. Let me start from the very beginning. This all started when I found that pit. First time, flashback to when Izuku first arrived. This place is awesome. And not long after, I met a friend. His name was Evan Afton. We became good friends. In a while, I made more friends here. And for about 4 years, I've gone along with them all. This is when Kamen Rider, when did you arrive? Around 1980, 1979. That's what I asked. That's what I got for the year. So a year for 4 years? Yes. Of an additional 5. You've been here for 9 years, Koski says. Remember, it's 20, actually. I've been here for 20 years. It was the very first vocation. Things were hard. I had friends, close allies, I could say that truly, really did care for me. But not long later, I was killed. The fox would say, Evan Afton's father, William Afton, killed us. I'm not sure why, but all I would remember was the fact that he killed us right there and then. I saw it. The face of the murderer. But I saw a man who was in pain right in front of me. No so and no less. As the foxes die, I thought that was a problem. How can a murderer show sympathy? And we've been here since 1983. An accident that caused Mr. Afton to do this happened earlier in the year. Later in the mid-summer 1983, we were murdered. And when we first awoken, it was something else. Flashback. Late 1983. Late fall. Late fall. As all he would feel is cold pain. The feeling of just cold. He's been like this for at least 2 months now. And the fact that he hasn't gotten used to the fact that his body is cold, his heart's not beating anymore, is still surprising. How am I even alive, or even staying or existing? What's going on? Why am I still here? As looking through the Amtrak Fox's eyes, he would see it all, the children running back and forth. It was something else, sort of life. But the problem was, there was disclaimers about Freddy Fazbear's and its company. The downline of the children that had gone missing a few months ago has been arising as a case would be going on. This caused bigger problems for Freddy. And a lot of people's been telling him the animatronics have been smelling and cooped. And they would sometimes see mucus and blood coming at the animatronics. But a lot of the security and the employees would say that the animatronics were always thoroughly cleaned every time the show ends. And that's at least 4 to 5 weeks after a show. And they were just cleaned recently. So the fact that they were still, smell like mucus and blood was be like the bodies inside of us are more hidden than we thought. How is this pain even standing? How are we still alive? Izuku will constantly think about this. The fact that he's possessing a red animatronic fox is confusing, irritates him. Very much he can possess a suit, but he has no control over it. Like, none. One times controls were really given to him was during the low process of closing, and he can barely even move it. All he can do is look. That's what he has control to see, but feeling. He can feel, but he can't move this animatronic body that he's in. The animatronic programming. It's following his programming like an animatronic. There'd be times where the door was right open and he would just want to run right through. But the animatronic programming was more powerful than him. And the others that, were around were surprisingly the kids that he was murdered with. It was horrifying the fact that all 5 of them were just murdered by someone close. William Afton murdered them all. For what? It was strange. Why? Why do all of this to one person? Stopping to look as wondering what's going on. This programming is something else. More times where he just wanted to run right through and make his own path. He wants to. But this suit won't move. And the thing about it is these animatronics can walk around the pizzeria and the programming, because they can walk everywhere around the pizzeria. To the front stage, to the Pirates Cove. This place is pretty big. It's like 3 schools. 3 of the biggest schools, elementary schools around, and just compact together. And very much this place was huge. You have many party rooms. You got at least 5 prize corners. You have a huge stage. You have a whole area to Foxy. A whole general party, 5 party rooms to Foxy. Then you got the main stage, which is huge. in general. How is this possible? It's like two to three football fields wide. What's going on? Things were just not going well. And that's when it all hit him. He was stuck here for eternity. When he was close to the door, he wanted to command the animatronic to run through the door and just continue running, but he didn't have that power. Why? How could this be? Why can't he do something? Because every time he looks, all he sees are families, their children, running in and out, going home and coming back to a place where they can play, be children. And him, he's stuck in an animatronic fox forever to please other children, and without someone at least giving a damn about him, he's trapped in here forever. And it's that, and the fact that he can't go back home to his real home dimension ticks him off. And very much, if he could go back home, and he probably would have, what is he gonna do? He'll have his own purpose back home as well. The bullying, it irritated him. He was put in a coma, for God's sake, for about 8 months. And nothing was done to stop it. So what is he supposed to do? And not long as time went on, the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza would continue to go on. And 3 years, then 3 years to 4 years would pass. 5 years would go on, being stuck in this shell. As walking around, as usual, as the animatronic would do. And not when passing, he would hear one of the guards speaking about how Freddy's was going to be closed. You heard? What? Heard about what? Fazbear. Freddy's. What about Freddy's? This Freddy's. Our location is going to be closed. What? Why? Those missing children, those missing kids, they haven't been found, and they're presumed dead. And now it's being sued upon Freddy's. And the thing is, a lot of people have been saying how the animatronics smell and stink, and especially a lot of kids talking about the recent incident with Freddy Fazbear's. Let's say with Mr. Afton's child, almost not even 2 weeks, 3 months later, two weeks later, at least almost half a month later, 5 kids went missing. So what are we supposed to do? We can't just do anything about it. Have you heard? As one of the security would come in around and saying, well, that's what's happening. Freddy's being clocked down for all the crimes that's been committed. But this is the only job I have. I can't get another one. This job pays too well. I need the money. Well, you have to find another job. When are we closing? Year's end. Will this joint be reopened? Probably not. Then what the fuck are we supposed to do? We have to find a way to get money. Well, look how weird the animatronics look. Look how dirty they got. They're not used to be how they used to. They're not as bright and colorful as they are. They're dirt. They smell. Sometimes I see blood coming out from their mouths. Blood and a lot of blood. So sometimes I even see a hand or a head. I might be imagining, but I see something. And sometimes they look at the way they look at us. It's just they're born into our soul. I was doing some maintenance on Bonnie, but as I was doing the maintenance, it was only looking to my soul. It freaked me out. It was like it was reading me. I was terrified. As one guard says, okay, Freddy's is closing at the year's end. I heard some rumors. What about rumors? About a new location opening. It's called Circus Baby's Pizza World. It pays good, and it's Mr. Aston's company. Really? Yep. Really? There was something else. Nice. We'll sign up there. Yeah. Not long. As Suzuki and the Armstrong Spirit would hear this. They're hearing this. Mr. Afton's opening a pizzeria of his own. But for what for? Not long. The year to come to an end. December 31st. December 31st would be so-called last day, but Freddy wanted to give one more show for everybody. On New Year's Day, they decided to do a final goodbye. And Izuku heard a bit of information. Recently, he heard that Circus Baby Pizza World opened last week, and they're closed down for gas leaks. This confuses the Green Eye, wondering what the hell happened. It was just open just last week, one day. Now it closed after a week. As now stuck within the animatronic suit to whatever damnation, Freddy's closed finally, for good. As the new year started, 1985. The year was something else. The Zuki tried to go catch the animatronic's programming, and multiple times could move at least a finger. One of the fingers was the animatronic, but never the whole body. I'm sick of this. I'm sick and tired of just being a sad, lonely, sulking victim stuck in a stupid bit Fox animatronic, and I can't do a single damn thing about it. How? As I want to get out. I want to be free. As Suzuki looked up, touching his head, would wonder, what am I supposed to do now? And stopping and realized something. Looking towards his arm, seeing that it moved. Seeing the large red animatronic arm would see as it moved. Moving the other arm, he could move the body. Trying looking down, see he can completely move. Moving every joint in the animatronic's body along with the foxtail. This was interesting. He could move. Was this a blessing? The blessing from somewhere up in someone up there? Someone who actually looked down? A god, maybe? No. Because if there was a god up there, he would have already been up there with them. Nah. This This was the worst thing ever. Now, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I can finally move. He's moving his body. He's getting off of the stage. Pulling back the curtains, looking around. I'm free. Free to be what I want. It's quickly trying to make his way towards the exit. But a glitch is about to go through his whole body as error. Non-existent exit does not show. As automatically his body was just turned away, as walking back as the Avatar will take more control over the little control that he had over. As then that feeling will loosen. Feeling around as he can move the animatronic body, but he can't leave. If he can't leave with the animatronic, how is he supposed to? Something within the systems prevented him from leaving. Definitely something within the systems. There was no doubt there. So the animatronic wouldn't let him leave. Stupid fox won't let me leave. I'm quickly leaving that, going to the main stage, the main party room where the stage is. The large area would be half as big as a school football field. It'll be huge. Vast space to move around. The animatronic fox will walk towards, looking at, the other 3 core animatronics, wondering what he's supposed to do now. So I'm stuck here. For how long? If I can't fucking do any shit, how the fuck am I supposed to leave? I want to get out of here. As turning towards them, he would wonder if, they're also possessed. Are they possessed? Who knows? Maybe he's wrong and they're just regular core animatronics and he's all here all by his lonesome. That'll be terrible. It'll be ironic. I'm stuck here all by myself. Stuck here with my lonesome. I can't leave. Turning around as walking away. Is now wondering what he's supposed to do. As here's something, turning around to see one of the main core 3 is gone. The fuck? What? Seeing that it was the rabbit on the left. Where the fuck did the rabbit go? 'Cause that rabbit should have just disappeared. Turning around quickly to see the rabbit right behind him. As the rabbit was saying in a very jolly voice, "Who are you? Who are you?" As the fox would narrow his eyes, says, pointing his hook at him, "Who are you, mate?" As the fox saying in a very guttural pirate voice. That's my That's my voice, as you would think. Well, Bonnie, as the bunny would say. Now, who are you really? I know you're Bonnie, but you're just in a shell. Who are you really? My name's Jeremy. Jeremy? Jeremy? How did you... When... You were here too? Eyes were wide in shock as saying, Zuko? Is that you? How did you? I just knew. I don't know how, but I knew. I knew it was you. What are we doing here? Why am I in Bonnie? Sit down. I'll explain everything. As the barn rabbit and the fox would sit down, as another voice would say, what's going on? As a deep voice would say, it would be a deep but gruff voice, showing it had a voice of command. Oi, who are you? As the fox would say. My name's Gabriel. Understanding as the fox would show a gesture of taking a seat. And not long, you explain. First thing you get out of the way. You already know me, I'm a Zuko. And the next thing I'm gonna say may shock you, but we're dead. It's the fox would say simply. As the Frey hosting the soul, then Gabriel would say, what do you mean we're dead? We're dead as I said earlier, mate. We're dead. As in, flop down, dead, matey. No booty today. As Bonnie would say, booty? It's treasure. Believe me, it's hard to explain. These urges are saying these words from the animatronic, not from me. I don't usually say these words, and I don't speak. And we know your voice, as Frey would say. Just explain what happened. Do you remember what's the last thing you remember? As the fox would say simply. I saw a streak of silver or white, then pain. And I recognize the voice, but I don't remember who. It was very gruff but British. As another voice would say, does the name Afton ring a bell? As the feminine voice would turn, as the three are trying to turn to see Chica moving off the stage. Susie, Gabriel says. She would nod as the four animatronics continue to talk, as Foxy would say, Afton killed us, and somehow our souls found ourselves within these mascots. And now we're trapped in here forever. Freddie would say, we can just leave. That's the problem. We can't. Well, yeah, we can. No. I'm sure if we just go through the door, we can just get out. as the three are trying to convince the fox that they can leave. As the problem is, we can't leave because something within the AI of these animatronics won't let us leave. Yeah, let's leave the animatronic suits. You figure out how to do that. I was realizing, no. Alright, if you don't know how to leave the animatronic suits, we can't get out of them. And we can't leave the animatronic suits because something within the AI is preventing us from leaving. And I have a high probability that we can't even leave the animatronic suits if we wanted to. But why are we in here? Who put us in here? I did, as the voice would say. As the four animatronics return towards the voice, seeing a puppet animatronic as it was levitated right in front of them. Its eyes would glow white, have a white pupil, but the rest of the eye was black like the night. As the fox would say, "Who are you?" as the fox would growl out. There's no need to be aggressive. I am the puppet. Or as you knew me from the past, Charlie. Charlotte Emily? As Bonnie would say. You died. You died 2 years ago. In 1981. 1983. How are you earlier before Chris's death? Evan's death. How are you still? My soul lingers within this animatronic, just like how all of you are. As Foxy will stand up and grab the puppet. You put our souls in the suits? I had no choice. Yes, you did have a choice. And you chose to trap us within these suits, and now we can't leave. It was that, letting your desk go in vain, and you just wander around. Or you get a second chance, and we get revenge on the men that murder us. I can give two fucks less about getting revenge. All I want is to go home. And let me think about it. I don't think I can go home. That's right. I'm dead. But dead is already a bigger problem for me. That's already enough stress. But me being stuck in a pizzeria, within my soul somehow being trapped within an animatronic like fox that's slowly decaying over time. And you thought this was a great idea. To put our souls within here and hope for the best. Yes. That's stupid. You know better than to do that. What else choice did I have? It was that to let you guys die or save you. I would have rather died. I was already dead. Why put my soul within an animatronic? Cannot pass on to the next life? As the fox used to say angrily. Relax, Zuko. You don't need to get too mad. No. I have a right to be mad. I thought this was Atom's fault for putting us in these suits. But no, it's your fault. You're the one who trapped us in their suits. Now we can't leave this place because of your stupid, ignorant decisions. This is bullshit. I'm not gonna help you murder somebody. I don't care how bad they are. I'm not gonna help you kill somebody. Especially to my best friend's father. And as making his way back to Pirate Scope as the fox would leave, his body would say, well, that was a sweet talk. Not now, Bonnie. I was trying to lighten the mood. It was not needed. He's right, as Chico would say, he's just mad. He has a right to be mad, as Freddy says. We're trapped in these suits. The worst, it's not even the worst thing about it. We were murdered, killed, our lives taken away from us. And know the fact that now we're trapped within these suits, never to be free until we murdered the man that killed us. Think about that. How would that make you feel? And now, you know that one of your own friends, one of your closest best friends, did that to you. Put your soul within that suit. I would be mad, and I am mad. I'm just not as mad as he is. I'm just disappointed. You could have done something better. Kept our souls on the planet, but not using so they possess something. Because now we can't leave. Simple as that. As Freddy would go off somewhere else, I didn't. Jeremy would say, you tried your best to save us in your own way. And you gave us gifts. And this is our gifts. Second chance at life. That second chance at life was just ruined. With Foxy. As the fox was walking right into a back room, parked in service. Walking in, you would see a very familiar animatronic. That golden bear. That same bear that took away Evan's life. Walking up to it as looking at the animatronic. So you're somehow here. It's not fair. It's not fair how we all are stuck here to rot away. And we're trapped in these suits, never to be free. While everyone else gets to live off their merry little lives. As the golden bear will respond, I understand your pain. And another voice was confirmed from the bear. We truly do. What the? How are you? Hello, Azuku. How do you know my name? I haven't even. I recognize the way you talked. It was quick, like you were mumbling. It was lower, but good enough to hear. I should know my best friend, shouldn't I? The fox eyes widened as quickly squatting down to the animatronic. Evan. Correct. I'm not in here by myself. Cassidy's with me too. Cassidy's in there. As the eyes would change to a more reddish hue as the glowing eyes are red. Yes, I'm here, stuck in this suit. The fox will stay quiet for a while. What are you gonna do? Charlie, as Charlie said, we're gonna get revenge. Everyone would say, what my father has done is unforgivable, in which I can't show any favor over. He's your father, for goodness sake. I'm not going to agree to murder somebody. I'm not going to agree upon saying what he did was right. I'm not just going to kill somebody else. I'm not going to do that to myself or to him at all. What will my mother think if I did? She will look at me the same way ever again, especially when I'm dead. It's just him. Just him. It doesn't matter if it's just him. Because that's the problem. If it's just him, we'll just kill anyone who gets in our way, the fox says. I don't want to kill anybody. And every time I see a grown adult, all I see is him. I can't help it. And it's worse when it comes to grown adult males. It's intoxicating. Understandable. Why couldn't we all just be free? Just killed and let us rest in peace, but I guess that couldn't be fulfilled either. So, what are you gonna do then? I'll figure another way to handle this, but I will never resort to murder. As the fox would walk away, as within the golden bear, the two souls would stay quiet, as Evan would say, he's too pure for this. I can see why you grew him. I can see why you like him so much. As the brunette girl would blush as say, be quiet. What I can't say is really I can't show any compassion. I want to get revenge, but I wanna help him. I want him to believe what he says is right. There's another way, but I can't find any other possible way. If you say so, if killing is the best way to free our souls, then so be it. For betterment for all of us.